Hello, my name is Maria.
Hi, I'm Monica.
And welcome back to Vixens Victorious with our shirts.
Yay! Sorry.
Mum's Indigenous jersey came before mine. That's okay, because that's her birthday present.
Well, what can we say with last week's game?
I think, just as a team, we all got kind of frustrated.
Did and let ourselves down. Well, the team let themselves down.
I feel like it was, you could see it even in Dehaney.
Dehaney lost her cool.
I think it was just the team just got so frazzled.
Yeah, when you get frustrated within yourself, you start losing it. And you do the most insane errors, which we saw last week.
We've all been there.
We've all been there, done that.
It sucks. It
But
happens.
to come out firing in the first quarter, 15 all,
Alright, I was like, yeah.
that was it. And I thought, yes,
yeah,
we've got a chance. And then second quarter, 16-11.
I was like, oh, there.
Somebody went to sleep. It was like the poor girls in the centre third, the wing attack, wing defence and centre were all working very hard.
Yeah.
But those that were in the goal third, like the shooters, the attackers, the defenders and the keepers, that's where it fell apart. And we should have done more short, sharp shots, mixed it up, because when they started cottoning on to what we were doing, we just kept playing the same and not looking for the person that was making the space. There was a person there.
Right, and then that's why we got so frazzled, because they picked it up and we weren't changing it, and that's why they got so frustrated.
Yeah, you have to do it in a game. It's the sports players' chess. Like squash.
But it's like, like short, sharp, like Joey Weston. Every time she gets the ball, she always looks like she's about to go.
Yes.
So long every time. I'm just like, that's not what we need right now.
Do some pretend dummy, but we got picked up a lot for held-ball. There was stepping. I don't know what you call it now, but
It's called footwork, I think.
yeah, I think it's called footwork, but used to call it stepping. Guys, we need to keep it plain, simple. Play our game, not their game.
I think that's because we became frustrated. I think that's where all the errors came in. But I think it's just, you need to just realise that
I thought we
just
nearly had it
focus
there.
on your game, not focus on the opposing team's game.
Their
But that's easier said than done.
Yeah, their shooter, she frustrated the hell out of Dehaney.
You saw that. You physically saw that.
You saw the look on her face as if to say,
I know.
And as soon as that, you're going to slip up. You're going to really slip up, and it's not a good look.
Yeah.
So they need to learn to keep the cool even with the most frustrating player.
Yeah. So when we go to match performance, we both got 87% for goals.
We had better percentage for goals, not by much, by 2.
So we got 87, they got 85, but it's like they had more goals. So they got 61 out of 72. We got 41 out of 47.
Yeah. And you look at the super shots.
They got 103 out of 3. We got 31%, 5 out of 7.
Not good. Time in possession.
We got 47%. They got 53%.
Intercepts.
We got 5. They got 7.
Yeah. Rebounds.
We got 6.
They got 7. Was close. Penalties.
We got 53.
This
they
is
got
where
47.
we got let down. Yeah. And turnovers.
We got 35. They got 25.
So, when you go for the quick shot and not really pay attention where the person is, that's where the slip up I saw happening.
Yeah, I think you just have to look.
And the words that McInnes was giving the team was the right one.
I don't know. I guess like they've played the same game plan for so long. That's like when you have to change it, it gets a bit frustrating.
Yeah, but you've got to learn to
Yeah, I know.
tumble into that, just fall into that mix, just go with the game plan. But I think that's what they've got to practice on, changing up. how they pass the ball. You know, when the other team is picking up all your, you know, because half the time it was being telegraphed. So of course they were there to pick it up.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but
you know, got to disguise.
do the fake.
Yeah,
no,
the fake.
So in squash, right? James Rostrop, you know what he does sometimes? Sometimes he does a double fake and then hits the squash ball, and he keeps the person guessing because like you think he hit it the first 2 times, and it's like so the player just sort of stops, and then as he hits it, it's like you can't start up again. So it's like it's hard to get back to those shots, you know. So it's like sometimes you need to fake.
Yeah, you know, disguise like a
deception.
boast into a long drive.
Deception.
And vice versa. Yeah,
Deception's always
we've
great.
got to learn more deception than anything else.
Deceptions is a really good part of any sport tactics.
Yeah. Kawendo.
So with goal assists,
9.
Samuelson got 11. She was the highest.
She was the highest.
Yeah, and then Kawendo got 9. Mandy Maloney got 8. Smith with 3 and Danson with 4.
Yeah. But with the rebounds,
it was Kawendo got 3
and
Dehaney got 2. Weston got 1.
Yeah, see, we've got to really watch and be on the lookout for those rebounds, especially when you're playing against that shooter of the Magpies. Yeah, of the Magpies. You really got to, because of her height, her stretch with the arms. The only one that was possible to match her was Dehaney. But those feet of hers, because she's got that long stretch with the feet, it's hard to look, okay, I'm here. See, even if she was walking backwards and ran into Dehaney, that's Dehaney's fault. You know, it's a penalty against Dehaney. And that's what really, I think, frustrating. And you got a person like that, if she's outside the goal circle, you got to try and block her out.
Yep, so like be in front.
Yeah, be in front or be behind, so she does it where the ball's nowhere near when it's going to the other player. So make it a little bit more harder, but it's easier said than done.
Yeah. Centre pass with C's. Weston had the most with 10.
Okay.
That's a bit different.
That is, but they had to go backwards.
Yeah. I think that's just
Instead of
telling of how
forwards.
good the defence of Collingwood was.
Collingwood stepped up their defence. They stepped up their attack. You know, they were just...
We were talking, I was watching, like, I've been saying, I feel like this for the past few weeks, I'm watching old netball matches. Talk about the Australian side, I think, at the 2019 World Cup in Liverpool. They said, you know, like, with Australia, I think, I could be getting it wrong, I've been watching too much, that, like, when they have the ball, everyone plays, like, attack, but when they don't have the ball, everyone plays go straight to defence.
Yeah, and that's what you need.
I think that's something that Vixens probably have to look at doing. You know,
picking up some of the old habits.
like,
Because McInnes and McMahon, who are in their coach lineup,
and Honey,
they should use some of those and mix them up. Right? Use some of the old tricks. Bring in some new tricks. And see how it goes.
you kind of have to be ready for anything.
Yeah, you have to be ready for anything in the game.
Yeah, you can't use, like, when I play squash, I just I have to assume that my player is going to get the ball back.
Yeah.
Unless it's bounced twice.
Yeah,
I feel like you just need to just assume the worst is going to happen and just be prepared for that.
And it's the same like in netball. Like, okay, if you can't defend the shooter, okay, stand there, wait, get ready for the rebound, be the first one, you know, to get those hands to snatch it away. Yeah, get yourself into position. And you've got to look at where the shooter is, and even though you've got your back to him, waiting, you know, looking up for the rebound, you've got to also make sure you're that 3 feet apart. Otherwise, It's obstruction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any way, shape or form. And that's where we got let down a lot.
With feeds, it was Maloney with 24.
Yeah, Maloney
She
worked her
Oh, she always does.
ass off, especially last week.
Intercepts. Most went to Dehaney with 3.
She normally does better than that.
I know.
But she got frustrated and you could see.
Yeah, when you get frustrated, you don't play as well.
No.
Just need to stay calm, get a little bit more composure.
Because when you get frustrated, it's an ace up your opponent's sleeve. They know they've won the match, and once you keep going with that, you've lost it.
It's much. Sport is a mental game as much as it's a physical game. Like they go hand in hand. Like you need both.
Yes.
You can't just have one or the other.
No. And you got to use your whole team. Use and see who is around you, who is open, who is able to, okay, these people here are, okay, my opponent, my person who I want to throw to, she's covered by about 2 or 3 people. Okay, there's that little one there that can run. So if I look and think and just move the ball slightly, throw it a little bit off, not like how they've been doing, way off the mark. And then sometimes to the opposition.
Yeah, I know.
Hopefully, and we're playing the FIFA again.
Yeah.
Hopefully this time we can do better. Fingers crossed. I'm not going to say if we're going to win or lose this week.
Okay, fair enough. With penalties, Dehaney is the most with 19. Normally it's Weston that has more penalties.
Well, Dehaney got frustrated, so she got...
I know, I feel like that's probably a part of her frustrations, but I feel like she has to, just realize she is a defender.
Yeah.
And I feel like just penalties are bound to happen.
Yeah, it's part of the game.
I feel like, to me, like, penalties as a defender shows me you're trying.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's just my opinion. But yeah, it's a little bit frustrating, to be honest. That's okay. Yes, we are playing FIBA tomorrow at 1 p.m. Really nervous. I don't think FIBA has lost. Let me look at the ladder.
Oh, Lightning's on top.
Lightning's on top, yeah, but like...
They haven't
FIBA
lost.
hasn't lost at all.
No. 7 games.
Lightning's
They've
number
played
1
7.
because FIBA had like started like minus 18 for the season.
And they're already up there. Whereas poor Vixens went down the... Well, we're the strongest team in the competition because we're supporting everybody.
Yeah.
Just think of it that way.
Okay.
Use it as a learning curve, girls. If we don't get there this year, there's always next year. It's time to...
You sound like every Bulldog fan ever. Next year, and it's been 42 years. It's 62 years.
Hey, even when I played, I used it as a learning curve. What can I do better?
No,
How can I play better?
It's like... It's good. Yeah.
The team's got the stamina to last the distance, to push the buttons. But they've got to make it...
It just has to be more clinical.
Yes.
I learned that watching a lot of netball. If you listen to what the commentators say, they know what's up. They know what's up.
Yeah, and then I call out all the shots. That's just scary.
Yeah, it's just... Yeah, FIBA's a pretty strong team.
They lost last year, didn't they?
Oh, we won against them, didn't we?
Yeah, for the grand final.
In the grand final, by 2 points.
But I think this year it could be Fever's.
I feel like...
Yeah.
Definitely could be Fever's year.
And we're on a learning curve.
Yeah, well, we've lost half of our players.
It's not good.
Yeah,
perhaps.
so like when Mannix comes in, Rahani is out. Samson.
Oh.
Because that's what was meant to happen. Mannix was meant to come in, and then Samson was meant to be out. But like, how do you? I kind of really like Samson. How would you move the team around to keep her in?
What is?
Like there's Stanson and Barkmile
Yes.
that are in those positions. They goal shooter, goal attack type position.
Yeah, but you go with who's the best combination at the time, and you're gonna have to need a rotation.
You need a Samson.
You need a Samuelson, but the last time we played them, it was
Round one.
round one. Yeah, but the score was 50.
Hold on, let me go back. Oh no, sorry, I was on the right page.
51 to 65. So
That wasn't good.
yeah, 14 points. But I think we can do it. Whereas prior to
I
that,
think if we just keep our cool, I think we should be fine. It's just, I feel like, just don't get so fragile and caught up in the tempo of the opposing team's pace.
yeah,
So you can
play.
make your own pace.
Yeah, that's what the team's got to do. And
Yeah,
I know it's easier said than done, but
I know. Like we have young players now. Like we've lost a bit of like it's just we are building a bit, and that's just a bit unfortunate coming off a grand final win last year.
yeah, I know.
But-
On such a high to come to such.
I know, but it happens. That's what happens in team sports. So when you lose that experience in the attacking line, stuff like this is bound to happen. And like unfortunately, a lot of pressure does happen, go to the defenders and like Maloney too.
Yes.
And that's unfortunate, but that's team sports.
Yeah, and that's going to keep going.
Yeah, it's
Girls, don't be so hard on yourselves. Play your game. Relax.
I feel like nothing's gonna come when you're mad at yourself. You just need to
Yeah, when you're mad at yourself, sorry, things go
just
to
kind of need to accept it and
pop.
move on, learn from it.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, are there any news that we need to know? No.
Cool.
Okay, so do you have any votes?
Votes. Maloney, of course.
Okay, hold on. Let me type votes in properly. Two.
Maloney was 2.
Shall we go back to the players?
Weston
Okay.
and the wing defence.
Eddie? Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Sorry, I'm not thinking straight.
I'm not thinking straight either. So my 3 votes go to Maloney. She always just gives everything all the time. Can I have a look at the team again? Is It's also kind of funny how it was like the Victorian Derby, but it was played interstate.
Yes, and I think that's what the girls, because there wasn't the crowd to cheer them on, because it was totally somebody else. And this COVID thing, yes, I understand where it comes from, and it does have a psychological effect on the players. If there's nobody there cheering for you properly, your home, your home base of supporters, it does play on your mind as you're playing.
I'm gonna have to go the same as you, to be honest. I want it to be different, but I can't be different because that's really good. Like, I feel like if Dehaney just kept her composure, she would have got like a point for me.
Yes, but look, it happens.
That's okay, we all do that. We all get frustrated. I used to get really flustered.
Oh God.
I was. Let's not talk about that.
No.
Anyway.
But that's all you got to remember, girls. Play your game. Don't get caught up in your opposition's game, and that's where things went wrong.
I feel like for me personally, like even like when I'm losing, or like sometimes when I fall behind, like when I have a lead and then I go behind, it's just sort of focusing on what I can do better and just, you know, and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just focus on my game, because if I focus on their game too much, it's gonna frustrate.
It's gonna affect you and frustrate you to no end.
Right, yeah, and I feel like I don't know. I mean, we're all human, we'll make mistakes, but you know,
Yeah.
it's okay. Anyway, that's it for us for this week.
Until next week.
Bye.
Bye.